So a little bit of background information would be in 2011, I was playing around with a simple project of infusing digital data-driven maps onto t-shirts and totes and prints under a project titled City Fabric. To launch the project, I curated a Kickstarter campaign, and the whole idea is that this brand and idea is a way to socially and civically engage people with their place through these data-driven maps, with the intention of building community and more interaction with your place. This Kickstarter campaign was successful. We crowdfunded $36,000 from over 900 people, and so for all of fall of 2011, I was pretty much, while still in school, was in a crash course, basically a crash course in operations, fulfillment, inventory, cash flow management, everything to do with the business. Between school and the business, it was pretty much 1-2 week deadlines all the way up through Christmas. And once January 2012 hit, I had a little bit more time to think about what direction I was heading. And the Raleigh community has been so supportive with the launch of City Fabric that I decided that I wanted to explore a civic-minded project that was, in a way, fueled by the products that I had launched the previous year. And so a lot of issues, a lot of discussions have been going around about development in Raleigh and how Raleigh's growing. It doubled in size from 2000 to 2010, and so we're having to accommodate for a lot more people in Raleigh. So I was having a casual discussion with a friend who actually was a backer of my program in Durham, and he holds this simple tour of Raleigh via restaurants. And he was exclaiming how surprised he was when he walked from Glenwood South to Seaboard Station, and it was less than 10 minutes. And that kind of got me thinking. I was like, wow, it really isn't that far to walk in Raleigh. I walk places, but I don't see too many other people walking places. I also bike. So I jumped on Google Maps, and they have this new tool called Walk, Google Maps Walk, that you can basically choose non-vehicular paths, and you can kind of explore and see how long it takes to walk places. And so I started exploring, and I started to realize that it was really less than a half hour to walk from any major area in Raleigh to any other major area in and around the downtown area. And so I was like, well, why not explore a simple kind of interventionist urban project that would be a wayfinding project. From installation, the reception was great. The city reached out to the Bike Ped Commission the first day, and we set up a meeting a few months after they had been initially installed. But after that, it just kind of cruised for about a week or two. And then the Atlantic Cities, which is an up-and-coming blog by the Atlantic publication, picked it up and put it on the front cover, and it was titled Guerrilla Wayfinding in Raleigh. And that really kind of exploded the project into the national and future international discussions on creating healthy communities. And so with that publicity, the BBC reached out, among other publications and blogs, and the BBC actually came to town and did a whole video expose on the project associated with a few other things going on in Raleigh, and the issue of walking being very important as to how we engage with our place. And that video just really put it over the top. It was the most watched video on the BBC in the US that day, and it was in the top 3 that weekend. So out of all the other news going on, that was up there. And so our next project is called Walk Your City, and it's going to be released on Wednesday, March 28th. And I'm actually going to launch it live at a talk I'm doing in Chattanooga, because Chattanooga is actually going to be the second city or after Raleigh, it's going to be the first city to adopt the signs as a wayfinding system in their downtown. So it's really exciting. And so with them announcing that, we are launching a new Kickstarter project. It's going to be titled Walk Your City. It's going to be to create this open source platform. So you're going to be able to access more information about the project at walkyourcity.org. And it will also be featured on Kickstarter. Start and type in Walk Your City. You'll be able to find it. We will also have links on the City Fabric website as well, because it is under that umbrella. So if you go to cityfabric.net, we will also have access to that project as well. So.